Hello, Femke. Hello, Armand. Thank you very much for taking the time to stopping by and answer some of our questions. You are two of the top athletes who will be competing tomorrow. If that's okay with you, I will start with Femke. Thank you. Femke, you've run 3 Diamond Leagues events so far this season, right? Rabat, Angelo, and Stockholm, right? How does Diamond League event, Monaco, fits into the program of your season this year?
I think this year it fits perfectly. Right now, I just did some 400s. I've opened up my season with the hurdles, found my rhythm back again. And now I'm doing this one and London to really see where we're at before we go back to training and get ready for the last competition before Worlds. So I'm really excited to be here and test my shape.
You've won 26 Diamond League events, and you won the last 4 Diamond League finals in the last 4 years. And Monaco had the chance to see your debut in the Diamond League circuit. I think it was in 2020, but it was on the flat 400 meters, right? So you've never won in Monaco, but you've won everywhere else. What can you tell us about tomorrow?
Yeah, it's great to be back here. The first time was 2020, my first ever Diamond League in COVID times, and now I get to see it completely differently 5 years later. So I think that's really nice to see. And like you say, it's one I didn't win, so of course that always brings some nice pressure and more hungriness, I would say, to the start line. So I'm just really excited. It's a great field I get to compete in, and I think the track looked great, the circumstances look great, so I'm really excited.
There will be some competitors tomorrow. What do you expect in terms of performance tomorrow? Where would you be happy? What would you be happy with?
I think just a really good race execution, and then the better I execute, the better we can see where we're at right now. It's still 2 months till Worlds, so the peak form is still not there, but I am feeling really good. The season is going really well, and with great competition, it always brings out the best in all of us, so I'd hope it will be a great competitive race.
Thank you very much. Do we have questions from the crowd, maybe? Yes?
Femke, if we go a little bit back, so in 2020 you won your first race and you have been dominant since then in hurdles in Diamond League. You have been unbeaten. So what was the key to maintain such remarkable consistency and dominance over the years?
I think first of all staying healthy. That helps a lot to be consistent. I think I go into every meet talking with my coach about what we want to focus on, what we want to execute, and not focus on winning, because that's not what helping me always. So I think just, training hard, staying healthy, enjoying all of it, because it's always an honor to be at a Diamond League and to get to compete there. So I think like this.
Hi, Femke. So as you probably know, it's Dalila's last season running, and you've gone to race her already once this season, and you will again on Friday. She broke the world record in 2019, and she's been a reference of the 400 hurdles for so many years, along with you in Sydney. What does it feel like for you to run next to her during her last season, and what has she kind of meant to you in your career as well?
I mean, I think she's such an amazing athlete, and in 2019 I started to do the hurdles, and she was so good, and she's such a great hurdler also. I love her technique. I love the way she approaches her races. It's really something I always looked up to. I remember racing her there in the semi-finals, completely starstruck, and to be honest, I'm always still a bit starstruck when I see her. She's just a great athlete. So I'm really happy I get to race her here. I'm happy to see in the great shape she is, and it's really nice to get to race her in her last season. It's a pity she will leave, but of course at one point it's for all of us like this.
Femke, are you making any changes to stride patterns this year?
No, I've just changed a bit to where I go with my 14 stride. I go one hurdle less, so I'm mirroring a bit the first part, but it's like I've been doing so far this whole season, so not a lot of big changes, and working on getting the pattern I have right now even stronger on the execution.
All right, we have online questions. You gave news recently in the media about you getting engaged, and how does it change? Does it change anything in the way you enter a stadium, in the way you see your career?
I don't think so necessarily. Well, I'm more happy. I mean, I'm happy we also get to compete here both. He will be up against Mondo tomorrow. I mean, in the end, it doesn't change who I am, but it's something really nice, something really exciting, and we're really happy.
Thank you very much, Femke. Mondo, it's your turn. Mondo, we were talking about Diamond League victories. Your score is 39. I don't know if you count your Diamond League victories, but I counted 39 victories. You've won Monaco in 2020, but the meeting record is still in the hand of Piotr Lisek, 6m02. Is it something you have in mind when you enter the stadium tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. I want to have every meeting record, I guess, and I feel like this is probably one of the ones that's missing that I don't have. So yeah, I definitely am looking towards breaking that because I was there when actually Lisek beat me. I think I got second in that competition. So yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of something to prove here. I didn't have my best competition here a couple years ago also. And so I feel like there is still something that's like bubbling that I want to prove out here on the track, because it is a super beautiful stadium, beautiful city, of course, and a place that I feel like I can jump high, and I just haven't really put it all together here yet. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely want to jump over 602, and that's for sure the baseline of what I want to do.
Yeah, the best line. And of course, my second question will be around higher performance. But in 2020 here, in the same press conference, I don't know if you remember what you announced. You talked about 6m30. That was 5 years ago. You say that I know I can jump one day 6m30. You set a new world record in Stockholm a few days ago. Is it something also that you have in mind, as Femke explained, like it's doing good jumping, being on what I do best, and see where it goes? How do you enter the stadium concerning the world record?
Yeah, I just I guess I just take what the day gives me, because I feel like when I'm in good shape and everything lines up and I have good conditions and a lot of the uncontrollables, I guess, and from my side line up, then I feel like I have the confidence that I'm capable of it on the given days if the form's there. So and I feel like right now I'm jumping quite well, and of course I proved that a couple of weeks ago, and I guess just recently I've been jumping really high. So if it's good conditions and everything, and I feel good physically, and I feel like I have a good rhythm on the runway, then I feel like I go into almost every competition with that mentality that I'm trying to at least attempt and push a world record. So it will be no different tomorrow, and so hopefully that everything just lines up in the right way for me.
Thank you. Any questions from the crowd? Yes.
Mondo, as we are always expecting you to jump higher every week, do you still consider World Championship as the peak of the season, or you plan your performances over all these high-stake meetings like the one in Monaco?
Yeah, it's still the peak, but for me, I usually get better as the season goes on. I've had a lot of my best competitions at in September, in the middle of September, like we're gonna have the World Championships. So it's a super physical event also, and you have to be physically primed, but also it's very technical, and it's very specific timing that you have to have, and feeling with the pull and with the run and whatnot. So competitions are very necessary, and you need that to be able to really sharpen it and really make sure you're really on point on everything. So I still have a nice series of competitions even leading up to it. But of course the peak for me, I guess I want it to be Tokyo, and I'm trying to plan for it to be like that, and I have a nice 4 weeks or a month off after this to where I have a nice training period before Tokyo. Yeah.
I have a question for Femke. Which memories have you in your mind about your first coming here in Monaco in 2020?
I have a lot of memories together with my teammate Ayla Del Ponte. was her first time here. She even won the meet here. So I think I have a lot of memories coming in here with her, seeing everything what happens for the first time when you're at the Diamond League. And yeah, I think just a lot of happy emotion, also really excited. And I think also being in Monaco, well, there weren't a lot of people because it was in COVID. So I think, yeah, just a lot of happy memories.
There's an online question for you, Mondo. We know that when the event starts for you, you usually have at least an hour or so before you have your first attempt. And the question was, how do you deal with that moment mentally? Is there any preparation that you do? And the question was, how do you manage to stay in the zone?
Yeah, I think you just naturally figure out ways to stay locked in and stay confident throughout those waiting periods, because I've been dealing with it for pretty much my whole life, and I think that now it's probably lesser than it was even when I was younger. I used to be in competitions where it'd be like 30 kids and whatnot, and then at that time I was even more higher above them than I'm in the situation that I am now. It was even more exaggerated. So I would have situations where I'd wait 2.5 hours before I'd take my next jump. So I think for the most part it's just physically you have to do all the things that you have to do to stay warm, and then it's mostly just a confidence and mental thing of just trusting where you are and just trusting that you can repeat the jumps back to back, and trusting the feeling and the information, all that you have gathered basically from your whole life, that this is the right run, this is the right pole, this is the right everything, and just trusting it basically. So I think that's how I'm able to do it, and you just have to chill. You can't overstress it. I think that's the main thing too, is that I'm not necessarily sitting there just going over what I'm about to do in the jump. For the most part, I'm not thinking about it at all until like the minute before. Then I'm like, okay, what do I do here? Now I need to figure it out. But I think for the most part, not overthinking is probably better than the alternative.
Maybe one last question from my part. We focus, of course, on the world records that you keep on setting new ones. Now, I'm wondering, from your perspective, where can you improve? What are your technical focus? What has it been lately?
It's been the same pretty much for the past few years. It's just I'm just trying to incorporate as much speed as I possibly can, while still being able to control the last few steps at the takeoff, and still be in like the right positions and still be able to control it. But technically, I really focus on like not so much after that. It's really just I just really try to hammer the run and the takeoff, and then because I feel like everything that happens after that is like it's super specific, but it's kind of like riding a bicycle also at the end of the day for me. And I feel like for the most part, the rest of it is more even physical and mental than it is technical, because I feel like it's something that's just ingrained in me. But I just try to get really fast, and I try to make sure that I can control and incorporate that on the runway, and that's the most important for me. Other than that, I don't really like do technical stuff that much, honestly.
All right, thank you very much, both of you, for stopping by, and we'll see you tomorrow in the stadium. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll be back in a few minutes with